What's going on, guys? Today we are finally starting to put together the block of the Integra. And as you can see, I am already in the mood for some racing. I've got my helmet on, so we are set to go. In all seriousness, I do have a few parts that I can start assembling onto the block. Get the lower end ready so that once we have the head all good and set to go, we can actually bolt that on. But for the time being, for the fabrication aspect of the car in the next couple months, I think that I'm just gonna put a dummy motor into it just so we can mock everything up. But I really did want to get the block together. Over here with my boy Khalid. Was good. How you doing, bro? Ready to see a 1,000 horsepower motor get built?
1,000 horsepower?
Yeah, I'll probably make like 500.
Yeah, it's a Honda.
Yeah, it's a Honda. It won't make much power. But so I've got some goodies for this. Let me just do like a quick breakdown. I want to show you some of the parts that we're going to be putting into our rotating assembly for the bottom end, starting with pretty much the heart of the beast. We have an ARIAS set of pistons, along with the upgraded wrist pins. This is like the heavy duty or whatever you want to call it, just so it can hold a little more boost. It's a flat top turbo piston, really great quality pistons. For the rods, we're actually going to be using the rods that were already in the Integra. Obviously, I'm changing the pistons out and the pins as well. So that for the piston and rod combo. For the block itself, we have an AEBS sleeve motor, engine, block, whatever you want to call it, which is still a B18 B1 LS rotating assembly. It also has copper O-rings right there, so that's going to hold a ton of boost. Aside from that, I also just got this piston ring filer so we can actually file the rings correctly instead of doing it how I've done it over the years with a little Dremel tool, which was wrong, but this is the correct way to do it, so we're happy to be doing that. Then we have the little pickup tube gasket as well as the oil pump gasket, which will go great with our 4-piston ported oil pump, which I just got in the mail a couple weeks ago. That's all ready to go. It's basically an OEM pump that they poured out and make sure that there's no sharp edges and can flow freely and not have any problems. So that's going to be a great addition to our oil delivery system. A couple other things that we're going to be using for this assembly is our Permatex Ultra Slick lubricant engine lube. And we also have some Permatex Ultra Gray gasket maker. I typically like to use Honda Bond when obviously working with Honda motors, but this will work just fine. Also some brake cleaner to clean up some necessary stuff. Microfiber towel for a few necessary parts to make sure there's no everything is nice and clean. And then a few towels just to lay some stuff over so no oil drips or anything of that sort. Now, if you are still new to the channel and you're not familiar with some of the older videos that I actually have a full build series when it comes to like, I think 6 or 7 steps on how to build your Honda motor. It's as in-depth as I could get it. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a professional, but I try to explain what I've learned and what have helped other people in the past. So I'm not going to do a total breakdown on the build for this. I might just do a little time lapse of us putting the motor together. We do have that whole playlist on how to build your motor also on the same channel, SP Tuning. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below for those videos. But without further ado, I'm just going to start setting some stuff up. First things first, I'm going to take the pistons off of the rods that we're going to be using, set those pistons aside, and then we can actually start getting everything laid out for the rotating assembly itself. I want to clean my crankshaft real good. The block is all washed, honed, bored, everything to those specific piston size. So that's pretty much ready to go in. The only thing to double check at this point would be that I have every single part. Before I start building any motor, I like to lay it all out on the table. Piston to piston, or piston to rod actually, and then the corresponding rings all in order for cylinders 1 through 4, and then make sure that I have every single component that I'll be using. All right, so actually we just skipped forward a couple days. I was gonna assemble the block in the last clip. I was gonna start getting everything all laid out on the table. Unfortunately, we couldn't because I was missing this right here. If you aren't familiar with what this is the retaining clip that snaps into the side of the piston, right there in that little groove, right there, and holds this wrist pin into place. So essentially, each piston has 2 of these clips. Different companies have different styles sometimes. Some are thicker, some are thinner. When I assembled the CRX motor, I was missing 2 wrist pin clips from the set of pistons that I put in that, and I didn't have any. So what I ended up doing, I borrowed some from my Integra's set, brand new set, and I was gonna order another set of wrist pin clips. I forgot about that. That was a couple weeks ago, and I was in a pinch. When I recorded that last clip that you guys saw, I contacted ARIAS, however you want to pronounce it, the piston company, and I let them know, I'm like, listen, I'm missing 2 wrist pin clips. Can I buy another set? What can I do? I really want to get this block together. I really want to start it as soon as possible. And he said, all right, call me tomorrow. He asked for my address. I sent him my address and information. And I'm like, all right, so how much do I owe you? He said, don't even worry about it. I'm going to ship you what you need the next day. So he shipped them out to me, and I'm pretty much set to go. So without further ado, I'm going to set the engine, or the block better said, onto the stand. Just a couple bolts so it's nice and secure right there. While I'm doing that, I'm going to have a video playing in the background. I'm over here watching a new vlog from Ghost Boy Aki.
This happened when
Keep gunning. So yeah, he's got his new video up, vlog number 2. Without further ado, I'm gonna have that in the background while I set the block onto the stand. And then we can start tearing everything down, making sure we match the rods to the corresponding pistons. Then we can set the rings into the block and measure what they're at right now, and obviously adjust the ring gap using this ring gap cutter, or piston ring cutter, whatever you want to call it, so we can set it exactly how we want. So like I said earlier, I'm not going to do a full how-to video on this assembly just because I've already done the whole build series before. I just kind of wanted to show you little bits here and little bits there. I have everything laid out from cylinders 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I have my block already here on the stand. One thing that I wanted to note about these rods, I'm not sure if I noted it in the build series. I might have. A1 for rod number 1, A2, and it keeps on going 3 and 4. So I just lined them up. I'm going to use this for the first, second, third, fourth, obviously. And basically the oil control rings you don't really touch. For the bottom and the top compression rings, that's what you're going to be actually grinding down. And like I said, refer back to our old videos and you can see exactly how we're going to do that. I have the bottom and the top rings already in the block. I just got done grinding them down to my specs. I have this bolted onto my toolbox. Good, easy way to grind your piston rings. Now I have to actually run to the house for a little bit. I'll be back soon. As soon as I'm back, I'm going to start putting the pistons onto the rods themselves. That way they are ready to go with the corresponding rings. And then I'm actually going to start setting my bearings into the block and setting the clearances, or checking the clearances for my crank. And then I can, start assembling the bottom end. Pretty simple. So I have the crank in with the main bearings, using the main studs, torqued down and everything, super smooth, just moving it with one finger. We are running the HX bearings on these, so it does have a nice amount of clearance on there. So we're gonna go ahead and flip the block over right now and start putting the rings onto the pistons after we put the pistons onto the rods. And then from that point forward, we can actually put those into the block itself. pistons to put in. Just a little wrench on this side. Everything seems to be pretty good. Obviously, I already have the O-rings. It was kind of tricky to get the pistons in with the O-rings because, you know, that's normally where a ring compressor would go. But this little cheap one is just small enough to fit between the O-rings and the sleeve, as the machine shop recommended. So the bottom end on the main portion is pretty much done, assembled. I just have to do like the windage tray and the pickup. But I'll probably do that tonight after work because I have to run out right now and I want to send some stickers that I got ordered from the Integra, vectorized. Just have a bunch of orders to drop off at the post office. Let's see if I can show you on the back of the CRX. That right there. So I got to stop by before work and drop those off. And I also need to put fresh nitrous bottle into the CRX to see if we can have some fun tonight.
Look how slow he is.
What's up with your front cam? Why does it sound like that?
Turned it off.
Yeah, there with e-brake.
So what am I seeing?
Oh, he wanted you to see the trumpet in the front, I guess.
I guess. What else is he gonna look at?
Yeah.
Nothing illegal. All right then.
Yeah.
What is this?
That,
AIDS and aerodynamics.
yeah, bro. Yeah, just look at that.
So you know, if you go down to Walmart, they've got the little plastic canners that you can stick on. They're like $3.
The what? Yeah.
You stick a little stick those on there, you know, a couple of stickers.
I need more stickers. It's not fast enough.
I have a Crime Stoppers bumper sticker in the back.
Can
of the
I
car.
please put one on?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God! Yeah. Because I do not condone any type of crime. Put this.
You can put it wherever you want.
I'm gonna put it right up here with my parking sticker from work, so y'all know that I'm a junior deputy.
Don't let it obstruct your vision. That's its own problem.
You're right. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna have to modify it tomorrow. I think that's
All right, somebody's
perfect.
breaking into a house. You guys have fun.
All right.
What did you say? Someone's breaking into a hospital or a house?
They got Pablo's interior.
When he looked at the flashlight, I thought he was looking at the bottle.
Bro, I'm sorry. I didn't say that.
That would have been perfect. Rigorous treatment.
There we go. These two Hondas, Type R on boost, V20 on nitrous, couple M3s. Got a, no, Richard? Alright, so last night's videos were kind of the end of this vlog, if you could say that. I know this whole video has spanned over like the last week. It's been kind of crazy, but whatever. We're just here having fun. I ended up getting some runs with my buddy in his EK right after the cops left. It was pretty funny. They were like, oh, don't go to this street to race. And I'm like, nah, we're going to go up the road. I mean, we went to Mexico, obviously. So it was a good time, you know, whatever. Aside from that, the block is together. I just need to put little things like the windage tray and the oil pickup and the new oil pump on as well. And then the block will be pretty much ready to go. I'm still looking for a head. I went to go look at one in Tampa the other day. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it because of certain things on it aren't really going to fit what I'm planning to do with the one that I want to get. So I'm still in the market for a GSR head. I really rather buy something local so I can check it out and whatnot instead of having to buy one overseas, or not overseas, but like from another state type thing. But yeah, I don't know why I'm rambling about that, but the motor should be together soon. I'm looking for a turbo as well at the moment. That way we can get the Integra over to Ricky Sellers and we can start the fabrication of the car. We're gonna do a different manifold, different intercooler, might do a different radiator depending if everything fits. And yeah, we really have to move forward with the Integra. I'm super happy with that. The CRX is now gonna go get forgotten about, basically, because I want to work on the Integra again and bring that to its former glory and get it back out to where it needs to be. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a comment in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like. We really appreciate that. And if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe and notification bell. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.